A couple weeks ago, I released this video. It's a $1,000 AI system that sells itself that I've used to sell to my clients. It's an N8N workflow that uses AI to generate proposals for clients. However, I found a new tool called Fathom that improves this process when used in conjunction with Zapier, which is also another automation platform. So I'm going to show you that in this video, how the basis of this video and the basis of this automation can further be enhanced using Fathom and Zapier. Let's get straight into it. Also, you can access everything that we're going to discuss in this video for free in a link in the description below. Go ahead and download it. It will be the Zapier automation, the full breakdown, the example proposal, and I don't think I'm missing anything else, but all of that will be accessible for free in the link in the description below. I just ask that you guys like and subscribe to the channel on this video. It does amazing things, so I really do appreciate that. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, so it's important to explain how the N8N workflow currently operates. It starts with a webhook, which is a form that gets filled out. You are going to sell this to a client who is going to then use this to create proposals for their clients, right? So it's a proposal generator. So your client would basically fill out a form that was created on Lovable, a no-code application builder, about their client, right? So they would ask specific questions, the first name of the client, the company description, what company they're associated with, their problem, potential solution, what are they thinking about it, platforms to be used, timeline, quoted price, so forth, so forth. And they would scribble this down in this form as they go through the call, right? Quite manually. Then that would hit a AI component, which is basically prompted with, you are an expert proposal writing assistant. Your job is to generate a tailored high quality proposal using data from the webhook, so forth, so forth. All that information is there. You can check out the video. I'll link in the description below to check out the N8N workflow. But it's basically telling AI to take in all that scribble down content, make it look nice, and then move on to the next step, which is do a copy of a example proposal that we have. The example proposal looks like this. So it's got JSON all over it. So it's like proposal title, description name, one paragraph problem summary. All of that is in JSON, so in curly brackets, which will be replaced by the content that gets generated by the AI. So in order to do that, we need to create a copy of that file first, and then we go ahead and replace all the text in that example. And then finally, we send an email through to the client with the final generated proposal, right? So that's how the process currently works. The way we're going to improve this is currently you have to, or your client has to, go and fill in this form. So while you're on this call trying to understand the client's problem and everything, you have to make sure that you're writing down enough information in the company description, enough information in the customer problem, not screwing it up at all. Because you'll probably ask the client, hey, what does your company do? What's your company's name? What's your problem? And let the client explain it to you. But you've got to make sure you're typing all of that down while you're trying to listen, while you're trying to keep the call going, which can be quite difficult. So we are using a tool called Fathom, which is an AI note-taking tool that goes beyond just normal AI note-taking. I've covered this in a previous video. It has a whole bunch of capabilities. It has a summary capability that you can customize to be hyper-personalized. It's got a transcript, as you would understand it. And then it has like this AI component to it as well, where you can ask follow-up questions. But what we're going to do is basically you have a meeting with your client, you record it with Fathom, you then connect Fathom to via Zapier, and you execute the same functions. So I've created a flow here where it's triggered by Fathom, not by the form being filled out. And then there's an AI, very similar to the AI over here, that gets processed. We copy the file from Google Drive and we replace the content in the presentation. And then you get this output presentation, and you can probably add a final step to actually email it to the client as well. But we're going to go through how you can execute this with Fathom. So let's get into it. Okay, so first step is the trigger, right? So you want to create a new Zap. So you just go to Zapier, you sign up, you create a new environment, and you can create it and just name it AI Proposal Generator. Then you want to create a trigger, which is the Fathom app. So just search for Fathom. The trigger event is a new AI summary. So we're going to use the AI summary component from Fathom in order to do this. You sign in with your account, so it just connects to Fathom, and you'll go to Fathom and just create an account. Very easy to do that. All the links of this will be in the description below. Once you've done that, you can click continue, right? You're going to trigger it on My Meetings. If we come to Fathom and we go to Fathom over here, you have My Calls and you have Team Calls. You're going to do it on My Calls or My Meetings, right? So you're going to do it on My Meetings, continue. Okay, so now we're going to say, let's go ahead and find new records because I've actually recorded something new. So there's AI summary B, which recorded today. And you can see here, there's all the content. So I was the user involved, and here's the summary. So discuss challenges and potential solutions for ABC limited call center and lead generation. So what I did, just to show you, was I recorded a 2-3 minute call where I just kind of spoke through a client issue. And I called, we're ABC company, we're in AI and automation, we're struggling with our call center, and we probably need some AI solutions potentially to help us. I'm not too sure because I'm the client, and I kind of acted a little bit dumb that way, just to showcase that the summary gets the key takeaways, the topics, and brings all of that together. You can even see a proposed solution, which was slightly mentioned, and you go through it. So the point of this and the way to showcase this is that you would have a call with your client and you would just ask them the questions that you would have on this form. You would ask them, what's your problem? What's your company's description? And then you can start talking to them. You don't have to worry about taking notes. You can just talk to them and say, okay, cool, we've got a potential solution. We could do an AI agent for you that could take some pressure off of your call center. To do this, would probably use some sort of automation platform, would use Zapier from an AI voice perspective, maybe plug it into something like 11 Labs, and you can talk through your solution. But you can be completely connected with your client because of Fathom. Fathom takes care of all the note taking. And they've got a brilliant summary capability. Like I said, in their summary capability, there's this general drop down, right? So you can change the personalization of the summary. So you can see all the templates here. There's very specific sales methodology based templates. So ones that are specific to the Sandler selling system, some based here are by winning by design, that methodology. And if nothing fits your bill, you can literally go to customize and you can add in your own instructions to customize it to be exactly perfect for your company or your client who you're selling this to, right? So you can set this up all for your client as a full-on package. To be honest, you could probably charge a little bit more than $1,000 because you're adding in this capability as well. Okay, so once that's done, you'll see we've tested the trigger and it's brought in that summary, which is great. We're gonna continue with that selected record. Okay, so now I'm gonna come out of here. Now we're gonna go to the AI by Zapier. Now the AI by Zapier, right, action is to analyze and return data. So it's analyzing the summary coming in from Fathom, analyzing that data, and how is it analyzing it? We'll get to that. We're gonna go to the prompt assistant. The prompt assistant is prompted very similar to N8N, but slightly different. So the prompt is, you are an expert proposal writing assistant. Your job is to generate a tailored high quality proposal using data from a meeting. The proposal goes straight to the client once it's ready, so it needs to be specific and polished. You're an automation and no-code agency focused on building out AI and automation systems for a client in a multitude of different industries. The proposal uses a detailed template, so make sure to return all fields in a single JSON object. Those JSON objects we're going to use to replace on our slide deck, on our proposal. So use this format, and we've got JSON basically set up here, proposal title set to nothing, and we're doing that for all of the items that are in our example proposal. So there's a lot of customizability. You can change up this entire proposal, and you can add more fields to it, more JSON fields. You'll just have to go back here and add them to this list. That's all you'll need to do. And then we've got a couple of rules, which is saying keep it sharp and simple, no fluff, use a Spartan casual tone, no corporate jargon, write like you're talking to the pros, don't overdo the formality, and make sure every field is filled in, no blanks or no missing info. Once you're done there, there's this output fields, leave it. Don't have to worry about it. You say continue, and then here we're going to say retest this step. So it's going to take in the summary, it's going to look at the different fields, it's going to use AI to map the fields the best possible way, and actually write it up, right, in that Spartan casual tone. And you'll see here we've got AI-driven workflow automation proposal, right? For example, we've got here automation solutions for enhanced efficiency. Your team spends too much time on repetitive tasks that could be automated. Workflow automation, and we've got a whole bunch of these different headings. And I'll show you this when we get to the proposal, the output, so you can see how much better it looks. Okay, so we're gonna say continue. Cool. Then we're gonna hit our third step. So third step over here is to copy the Google Drive file. So you connect your Google Drive. The action is to copy a file, and you connect it to your example proposal template. So we're not changing this proposal template, we're just duplicating it and then changing the duplicate. So you don't have to keep on recreating this example proposal, and you get to keep it. That's all that's doing there. And over here, again, the file we were selecting, you don't want to convert it to a document, and there you go. Then we're going to go and say, okay, retest this step. So it's now going to take our content from our AI, and it's going to duplicate the file for us. So that's all it's really done here. And we're going to say continue. And then fourth and final step here is we're going to create the presentation. So we're going to use the presentation that we've created from the previous step in Google Drive. And we're going to go ahead, so create presentation here. Okay. And then this is where there's a little bit of work you need to do, but you basically want to do, what you want to do here is you want a copy of the example proposal template, and then each of the JSON fields, right? You can see here, proposal title, we want to replace it with, you'll go to our AI, analyze and return data in AI by Zapier. So our AI, the output, go in there and you're going to go find all of those JSON outputs and you're going to map them to the document. You do that on all of these. It's a little bit manual, can be frustrating, but that's okay. You say continue, we're going to retest that step. This should all change. Okay, cool. So that's completed. And now what you can do is you can come to Google Slides. We can go and refresh. We've got a couple here we've been playing around with. We can open up the latest one here, and this is our automation solutions for ABC Limited. Our company is ABC Limited. If you come back to the transcript of the little demo I did, it's ABC Limited's call center and lead generation. That was the discussion. So you can see there's a match over there. And here we can talk about the problem, facing challenges with manual processes that slow down operations, clear need for streamlined workflows and efficient data management. We got the solution, which is automated workflow implementation, no-code integration platform, and then AI-driven insights. We've got different deliverables. We've got the billing structure, which was discussed as $15,000 on deposit, $15,000 on delivery, and you've then got your final thank you. So this is just a showcase, and obviously you can change the way the proposal looks for your client. You can change the JSON, all the different fields that you can change up, and then you would just have to go back to the AI component of Zapier, add those JSON fields, and you can obviously make it a little bit more personalized. But this should show you that you can generate in 4 easy steps within Zapier and using Fathom as your starting point. That's the key thing. There's no need to scribble down notes, right? How it works is you'll have this discovery call with the client, you scribble down notes, and then you input that in and it gets processed by an AI. But if you've screwed up the notes, the AI only goes off that data and you could be screwed. With this, it's coming from the client's actual mouth, right? So you're just letting Fathom take a lot of that effort off for you or for your client, recording the sessions, which they can then go back to. And if you check out the link to the description of my previous video on Fathom, you can check out all the different capabilities that it offers. And then you can go step by step through the Zapier workflow, which brings in the AI component, which does a copy of the proposal and then changes all the fields in the proposal. And then you can go ahead if you want and add the actual automated sending of the email to your client. Maybe you want to proofread it before, and there you go. Within one click, you are sorted. So you can literally just record the call, and as soon as the call is recorded, there's an automation that kicks off and sends a proposal to the client. So as soon as you finish that call, the client gets a proposal in their inbox, or at least you do, so you can quickly review it and then send it through. But it takes all that effort off, all that work off, and it's pinpoint accurate to be exactly what was discussed during that call. So yeah, as the slide says, thank you guys. That's the video. I really hope it was helpful. There's been a lot of interest in the N8N workflow, and I've actually given that away for free. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with Zapier. There's a link in the description below. Go grab it. You can use it. You can customize it. All the links will be there. All the content will be there. I'll put in the example proposal as well, so you guys can chop and change it and use it however you want. Happy with that. The only thing I ask, if you'll like and subscribe, that'll be amazing. I'll really, really appreciate that. It does amazing things for the channel, and it shows me exactly what it is that you guys want to see more of. So if you want to see more of these type of tutorials, then definitely like and subscribe. Other than that, I will see you on the next video. Cheers.